Coming up tonight on KSL Outdoors. No, that's fish. Come on,
Yeah.
yes, come on. That's it. Sure. You got it. Nice.
Early spring on the green is a great time to avoid the crowds and catch big fish on streamers.
Thanks, sir.
A look at the changes this river has experienced the past decade and techniques to help you catch the bug.
I'm Adam Eakle, and this is KSL Outdoors.
KSL Outdoors with Adam Eakle is brought to you by your local Ford stores.
This is the lower reach of the river right before the Colorado state line. It doesn't get as much angler pressure. It doesn't have as many fish, but the fish can be much more sizable. We'll probably see a lot more brown trout down here too, so it should be a really good day. We're gonna see some beautiful stretch of river, and hopefully we just catch a fish. Fish are just a bonus though on a day like today.
The mere mention of the Green River to many fly fishers conjures up images of clear emerald green waters chock full of beautiful brown trout and feisty rainbows. Here, fly fishing is a religion, and leading our congregation today
We're here on the Green River, early spring, throwing streamers for brown trout.
is my good friend and avid fly fisher, Cobly Crossland.
So all streamers today.
All streamers, yeah. Streamer ramp to ramp. We won't even throw a dry line.
Okay, so I've streamer fished in South Fork and a few. I've streamer fished here a little bit. I mean, just pounding banks.
Just pounding banks, put it up there tight. The main point is there's a drop about 1.5 feet off the bank. Just wanted to kind of flutter down that drop. Big upstream men's.
Strip set.
Strip set. Slow. Always slow. This time of year, cold water, they're not going to charge it. So yesterday, almost everything was on almost a dead drift.
There he is. Oh!
You know what you did wrong?
What did I do?
Trout set.
Okay, just do more of a strip set.
More of a strip set. That rod shouldn't be above your head until he's stuck.
Okay.
I fly fished for probably 10 years before I fished the green and fell in love with it up here instantly. I mean, for Utah, it's the biggest fly fishable water we have. And just the green water and the red canyons, it's magical. It's a really cool place. Tons of fish, healthy. There's nothing more you could ask. They eat dry flies, they eat streamers.
That's his bottom. I think. No, that's a fish. Come on,
Yeah, yes,
come on.
that's it. He's there.
You got it. Nice. Set. I was feeling the tick you were talking about, but I don't think he's got it.
He was down there, I could just see him shaking his head with that fly in his mouth.
Nice first fish. Thanks, sir.
So first brownie of the day.
Yeah.
Long, skinny guy.
Oh, he unhooked himself.
Yeah, nice thing about fishing barbless, you release pressure, it comes right off.
Nice fish.
Yeah,
It's a good start.
Great start of the day. Put him on the net, see how long.
Really over the last 10 years, you know, the Green River has changed dramatically from what it was. That's about the time when I first got here. We definitely have lower fish densities. When I first got here, the densities were really high. We used to stock as many as 30,000 rainbow trout, catchable size, about 8 inches. We've reduced our stocking rates, but still maintaining a quality rainbow trout fishery. As the densities have gotten lower, you know, a lot of anglers get concerned about that, but that's a good thing. As the densities have gotten lower, we see the average size of both brown trout and rainbow trout going up. Right now, we're looking at like 16 inches is average size for brown trout, 15 inches for rainbow trout. That's 2 to 3 inches higher than it was in the mid to late 2000s.
There he is. Oh, nice fish.
It doesn't suck, Adam.
Oh, that's awesome when you attack it like that. You feel the bite.
As the fish are healthier and better condition, they're going to just be a lot spunkier on the end of the line, for one, and they're going to have the capability to probably make it through some less than optimal time periods, you know.
Less competition.
Yeah, exactly, during the winter.
Pretty fish. Thank you, Colby.
Thank you.
Coming up, we'll talk technique, show you some flies, and give the spin fishermen some ideas as well. But first, let's test your history of the Green in tonight's Burt Brothers Quiz Question. The Green River is Utah's major stream. Its beginnings are in Wyoming on the eastern slopes of the Wind River Mountains. The Green makes a 40-mile loop through northwestern Colorado, but the majority of the course of the Green River lies in Utah. Our Burt Brothers Quiz Question tonight is, when was the Green River surveyed and mapped, and who did it? The answer when KSL Outdoors, powered by Ford, returns to the river.
KSL Outdoors is also brought to you by Fish Tech Outfitters, Utah State Parks, Burt Brothers, Sportsman's Warehouse, Evanston, Wyoming, and Camp Chef.
Welcome back to KSL Outdoors, back here on the Green River. In a moment, Colby's gonna let me row his boat. But first, let's answer tonight's Burt Brothers Quiz Question.
And our question is, when was the Green River surveyed and mapped, and who did it? Here's the answer. William Ashley and a party of trappers floated down the Green River from the northern end of the Uinta Mountains to the mouth of the White River in 1825. But it wasn't until the 1869 and the 1871 John Wesley Powell expeditions that the Green was mapped and surveyed. Powell and his men also named most of the canyons, geographic features, and rapids along the Green River.
We're down here at John Jarvie Ranch. It was a general store, post office in the late 1800s. He was one of the first settlers in the area. One of the wild bunch was hung in the cottonwood.
No way.
Yeah, the rope's still in the museum. Or a branch of the tree, or there's something that's a little creepy.
Colby is loaded with a plethora of information about this river, but when you start talking dry flies, or in today's case, streamers, the eyes on this bearded beast light up.
What is it about streamers you like to throw and why you like?
Super visual, especially this time of year down on the lower river. The water's clear, you're seeing the fish chase. It's like throwing a dry fly. You see it all happen, you see the eats. You see those fish moving off their lines.
Tend to usually catch bigger fish, I guess.
Tend to catch bigger fish. Hopefully that'll happen today. Oh!
Eat it! Oh, I saw him!
He's still there, he's still there. The last few years, people have gone big with the streamers and it works. And I mean, if you're trying to catch the fish, the one you want to throw something he wants to eat. He might come out every other day to eat a trout, so you want to throw something that'll bring him out of his lair.
How big is streamers?
So, as far as just a good-sized streamer, it's called an articulated fathead. So, imitating a sculpin. Baby brown trout. And if you are, I mean, this time of year we were seeing fry, so there's smaller forage for them, so you don't always have to go big. Floating flies on a sinking line, a little easier to manage. You can get down on the bottom and jig them up. Yeah, buddy!
We were turning quite a few fish on a fly.
Go after it. Here he goes.
Well done, sir.
It's all boat placement. Nice fish. But Ryan was doing just as well, throwing a lure.
Yeah. Go watch that.
I missed it.
And the winter months here are really slow. Not a lot of people utilize the river, but it can be a really productive time period for a spin fisherman, throwing jigs, crankbaits, jerkbaits, things of that nature. So it's definitely a great time to come out.
Little peanut.
Spin fishing's a little bit easier for your kids too, so it's a good opportunity to bring a family, enjoy this beautiful weather, enjoy the beautiful river, and catch some fish. And there's some sizable brown trout down in this lower reach. It can be a lot of fun.
Hey, Wolsey, we're looking for a little bit bigger than that.
Well, we got to get back in that boat, man.
Way to go, way to go.
That was pretty cool, though.
Green
Just
spoon.
following it forever.
If you were coming out here for the first time, angler that's never been here, you're not going to get a guide. What would you do? Where would you go?
The A section is just so beautiful. I mean, it's hard to beat the canyon. Red Canyon is, I mean, one in the world. It's the prettiest it could be, and there's more fish up there. So your odds are a little bit better to touch something for sure. And if you don't, it's as pretty as it gets. We get quite a few people every year that just do scenic floats. There's deer walking the banks, you're seeing eagles. It's how the river used to be.
We'll have more fishing and information on the Green in a moment, including a push by fishermen and biologists to reestablish the cutthroat fishery here. But first, back to the guys at Fish Tech for tonight's fishing report.
The blue-wing olives are hatching. Get ready to get refused. Hi, I'm Mickey Anderson from Fish Tech with this week's fishing report. If you're getting refused, it could be because you're using the wrong fly at the wrong time. Now, any time of day, you can use a heavy weighted net. This is going to get you down deep, fish the bottom to mid-range. Near the hatch, you're going to go to a little lighter weight midge that'll fish from the bottom and close to the surface. Once you start seeing rising fish, first thing you're going to see is a few fins. When you see that, you want to use a wet emerger like these and fish it just under the surface. As the hatch gets going, this is my favorite category. This is a dry emerger. They'll take these throughout the entire hatch. A lot of times they'll take it as a cripple also. The full dries, that's got to be everybody's favorite. You see the fish rise and take the dry, and there's a variety that's going to work. If you're getting refused, maybe it's your tippet. Maybe try going down to a 7X nylon leader or a short piece of 6X fluorocarbon just ahead of your fly. There's a category of dries that's overlooked, and that's fluttering wings. If you watch the fish, sometimes they're waiting for the dry to open up his wing and move a little bit, and that's when this category works. Last category is the drowned mayflies. They don't always emerge out really well, and a lot of them will drown. You can fish that drowned fly from just under the surface clear down to the bottom. Hey, if you're getting tired of getting refused, come on down to Fish Tech and we'll help you out. And now for tonight's fishing report.
Get that hook set on video?
Yeah.
That's a strip. What are you doing over there? I think I got one.
Come tight, hurry up.
Welcome back to KSL Outdoors. You know, brown trout and rainbow trout are the most likely catch here on the green. Back in 2010 and 2011, the DWR did an angler survey, and one of the things they found was that anglers wanted to see, in addition to the wild brown trout fishery here, they also wanted a cutthroat population, as was seen here in the late 90s.
So what we decided to do is try to stock a native cutthroat, so the Colorado River cutthroat trout. We did that for a few years at 8 inches, 10,000 8-inch Colorado River cutthroat trout. We saw very little return rate on them, and that definitely had us concerned. So before abandoning the cutthroat trout stocking program, this last year we strived to get a 10-inch fish, to stock a bigger fish. And working with the Fish and Wildlife Service at Jones Hole, they were able to stock about 12,000 10-inch cutthroat trout this past November. We haven't done our biannual electrofishing on the river yet, so we really don't know what the return rate's going to be in terms of our electrofishing, but just the angler reports that we've received over the course of the winter, it's been really good. People are catching quite a few of those cutthroat trout up in the A section of the river, so close to the dam, which is where most of them are stocked. So we're hopeful that those fish will do well and provide that extra angler component that they so desired.
Seen them up by tail race, up at the dam when they were freshly released. Down here, I've caught 2 or 3 cutties over the years, and I'm sure they were back from the 90s. So big fish. I hope to see more of them. I hope it works.
There it comes. It's actually a good fish. Woo! That's a nice fish. It's a good fish. Best fish of the day. On where we thought we might catch pike.
Oh yeah.
That's a nice fish, Cobly. Woo! Look at that tank.
Atta boy.
Oh, we gotta get a picture of that.
That's what we're here for.
22, huh?
Nice.
What a beautiful buck. I'm just gonna give him a quick little shot. 22 inches. Nice little kite on him. Big buck. Beautiful. That's why you come down here in the winter. There's no people, no streamers. You catch big fish. You don't catch a lot, but you do catch some nice fish. Hey, let's go down a different trail now in tonight's Utah Field Guide.
Hey, we're really excited to tell you about the Adventure Gear Fest that's coming up this Friday and Saturday at the Southtown Expo Center. And Josh Christensen, this is something you came up with. You said there's a lot of fishing and hunting expos out there, but there's really nothing out there for the person that really likes to hike, bike, camp, that type of outdoor activity.
No, we wanted to create a public event. OR comes to town every year and you can't get in to see any of the gear, so we wanted to create something. There's so many great brands and destinations here in Utah. We wanted to create an event that would highlight those.
What are you guys going to have at the expo?
So there will be cycling and camping, climbing, all, we'll have some great stand-up paddleboard pool that you can come experience and get on a stand-up paddleboard if you've never tried that. An indoor mountain bike track that we'll have several bike brands and companies there that you can jump on a bike, go demo that either on the indoor track or out in Dimple Dell on Saturday. We built a mini indoor velodrome that's a little bike racing circuit that's great to come experience and try. We'll have a Strider Bike Championship put on by Shields as well at the event, drift trikes, so a lot of very experiential things, plus a lot of great gear that you can come purchase from Utah companies.
Adventure Gear Fest opens up Friday at what time and closes?
Friday at noon and closes at 9 p.m.
And Saturday?
10 to 8.
10 to 8. So get out and check the stuff that Josh and all the vendors that are coming out. You had over 100, I imagine.
Yeah, over 100 vendors, yep.
Very cool.
So, great experience for everybody.
Well, we live in a great state and a lot of outdoor activities.
There is, yep, and we want to highlight that and get people out and ready for summer.
We'll get out and check them out, maybe buy some new gear.
Yep, exactly. Great.
All right. Hey, let's check out this week's recreation forecast with the guys and gals back in the weather department. Welcome back to the Green River. Hey, in a moment we turn it over to you for the snapshot of the week. But first, Ryan Mosley has a few fish release tips to keep in mind when you hook and want to release that fish. You know, Ryan, we get a lot of what we call grip and grin photos, which is great. People showing photos of their catch, but this is a renewable resource, and so there's a proper way to take that picture, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if your intention is to release fish, you want to make sure that they survive, right?
Yeah.
So the one thing you can do is minimize the fight time as much as possible. You also want to minimize the time that you got to handle the fish. So pinch down your barbs. Always good to use a rubber coated or a rubber net.
Sure.
The other thing, when you hold the fish, use a wetted hand. Just like that, you can hold the fish still, get a quick snapshot, and then put it in the water.
Nice. These fish, I mean, they just literally ran a marathon, and now they're holding their breath every time you got them out of the water.
Exactly. So just take your picture quick, get it back in the water, and the warmer the water is, the warmer the air, the harder it is on the fish. So you want to just decrease that time as much as possible if your intention is to release that fish and have it fight another day.
Very good. Hey, let's see how you do with this week's snapshot of the week on taking some of those pictures. We kick it off with Kai Hoffman's first buck. Kai hunted hard this past fall, but was getting a little discouraged. Finally, on the last day of the hunt, Kai was able to get a shot off and laid claim to this fine 4-point. Memories with his dad and friends that will last this young hunter a lifetime. Tyler and his son had a great day ice fishing at Bear Lake a few weeks ago. Usually, Tyler will hook the fish for his son and let his son reel them in, but not this day. His son hooked and reeled in 3 fish all on his own, including this beautiful cutthroat. Last year was a year Brian Olson will never forget. It started when he shot his first turkey in the spring. He then caught a big steelhead in Idaho. In June, his dad and 2 brothers had an epic fishing trip to Alaska. He then chased 2 really nice bucks on the archery hunt, helped 2 friends on their elk hunts, and then finally Brian took one of the biggest rams in the state. Brian says last year gives him a new standard to chase.
Holy cow! Way to go, bud!
Our runner-up tonight is 7-year-old Jackson Hodson. Jackson was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes last year and has learned that his disease is merely an inconvenience, and the family has made sure to still enjoy the great outdoors as they always have. Last month, Jackson landed this 25-inch cutthroat up at Soldier Creek.
We got to get a picture, dude.
Come on.
We're going to send this in to Outdoors with Adam Eakle.
And Dad kept to his word and sent us this great video and some pictures. That's a great fish, Jack. But our winner tonight got this great shot of her shot while enjoying her birthday chasing birds. Temperance and a few friends from Foul Minded had a great day chasing ringnecks at Wasatch Wing and Clay back in February. Temperance was able to hunt behind her good friend Brett and his dogs. In all, the crew brought in 22 birds that day and were able to capture some great moments. Well, happy late birthday, Temperance. And here's another gift to unwrap, our big prize for having the snapshot of the week. Remember Remember, submit your pictures or video plus a brief explanation of your latest outdoor adventures online at ksltv.com. The winner each week wins a commemorative 100th anniversary National Parks cast iron Dutch oven and skillet. And the winner is also entered into our Ford Trucks quarterly Facebook giveaway for a Camp Chef pellet grill.
It's always nice to have a warm meal at any outdoor adventure. Camp Chef, the way to cook outdoors.
Man, it's just about time for you to start getting busy up here, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I've started booking. I've got maybe 2 or 3 more weeks with the wife. Up here on the hill now.
Okay, that's good. Poor Laurel.
I know you're putting that on TV.
The life of a fishing guide wife, right?
Yeah.
Oh, she's a special woman. You're
She
a lucky
is.
man.
I am a very lucky man.
Well, good time. Let's do this again.
Okay, anytime.
Cicadas, maybe. If we get them this year.
2017?
Yeah. That's every other year, right?
No, I'm just booked out 2016.
Oh. I'll come down and bang the shore. How's that?
Okay.
All right, Ryan and I. Hey, I'm Adam Eakle. Remind you to get out with your family, your friends, and make some memories like a float in the winter on the green outdoors. We'll see you next weekend. Good night.